today's video is going to be a little bit interesting. It is a reaction video to another video that showed someone applying the new Matte Universal Tinted Moisturizer by Dermatology, and they were saying that it wasn't matte. And they were showing the application, which I will put that short up for you to look at. And this is my reaction to that short. The person who commented on my last dermatology review video, if you would like to see that, I will have that link, said basically that I wasn't telling the truth because the other content creator had said that this product that says matte wasn't matte after I had done a dermatology SPF review. So today I'm going to take the time to do it slowly and let you see the whole process so you can see for yourself that, one, I am not going to lie to you. We all have different skin types. Products perform differently on us. We have different opinions on things. In fact, I'm going to put this on one side and I'm going to put a product that I also received in PR that I absolutely cannot stand. So I have no reason not to tell you the truth. So let's jump right into it.
Look so fly in those Gucci slides. Yeah, I wonder what she hides under her disguise. Yeah. And all the girls around the world, they wanna be. And all the dudes you tell the story.
I'm almost 54 years old. I'm from South Louisiana, and I like to give you content related to beauty, skincare, and lifestyle tips, tools, and topics for the over 50 woman. And I like to tell you the truth. I like to help you spend your money wisely. I put a lot of thought into my reviews. I spend a lot of time editing and looking up things and doing research. It's why right now I only upload once a week, because I also work full-time and I want to make sure that the videos that I give you are not just popped up, that they're well thought out and researched. What can I say? I give a lot of thought to what I tell you in a video, and I don't always have the same opinions as everybody else. That is going to be true, but everything that I'm telling you is the best that I can tell you that it is. In fact, I don't do first impressions on my channel because sometimes I change my mind, and I would do better as a channel if I pop things up right away as soon as they were released, but I like to test them every way till Sunday to make sure that I'm giving you a thorough review. I am a small channel. I am not making big money. I am not getting endorsements or paid videos. I'm not bringing in any kind of big bucks here. I'm spending my money on products. It's costing me a lot more to have this channel than to not have it. So why wouldn't I tell you the truth? Matte Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46 was a newer release by the brand Dermatology, which is my main skincare brand. Now right now I am testing out a line called Purance, because after I went on the castor oil journey, I kind of got interested in more organic, natural skincare. So I put on my skincare today. I put on the Even Glow by Purance, the dark spot corrector. It's also like a natural alpha hydroxy acid. And then I put on their cellular hydration system, which is their natural alternative to hyaluronic acid. So I put moisture on my skin. We're still going to show you that this sunscreen is matte on me. And then I added my Dermatology Peptide Night Cream Moisturizer on top of that. This is a nighttime moisturizer, not a daytime moisturizer, which makes it just a little bit heavier. That is on my skin as well. So right now I can feel smoothness on both sides of my face and hydration. I know you can't. You'll have to take my word for that. But if you don't, I can go back and put all this on camera too, so you can see it.
I only used a very small amount of vitamin C serum and nothing else. I didn't want to skip my vitamin C, but I knew if I put too much else on, it would be greasy to begin with.
This is so confusing. This says matte. This does not say matte.
Now we're going to go in with the Matte Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. There is a regular version that is more glowy, that is brighter, that does look non-matte on my skin, but this one does look matte. Now, I'm not saying this lady's lying. I am addressing the comment that I received. So for me, it is definitely matte. So I'm putting a lot of sunscreens, not just a small amount. I mean, look at that, okay? Plenty enough. I should have measured it so you can see that I'm using as much as I need on my whole face. So I'm using an extra large amount. And I'm only using it on half of my face because I want to show you the one that doesn't work. It's not that serious, folks. We can be nice and we can be kind. This lady's opinion was her opinion and her experience with the product, but it was not mine. Maybe she has oily skin. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to let that dry down. Obviously, I have a lot of it on, and it's still wet. So maybe, yes, to your eye right now, it might look a little glowy because it is piled on. Now I'm going to go in on the other side. When they said they were sending me this in PR, I was very excited because my daily go-to during the summer is more tinted sunscreens or BB creams or something light. Okay, so let's go in with the Glow Pure Tinted Mineral SPF Zinc Oxide Sunscreen Lotion Broad Spectrum SPF 40. This was also interesting to me because it says that it is all natural. It's all mineral. It's supposed to be all good for you. You know, it's got a lot of good claims. And I'm sure that the brand is good. This product is just not right for me. It's got a nice container. Really like the tube, like the dispenser. You do have to pump a little bit to get it out. But once it starts coming out, it's good. So again, I have a good bit. This definitely goes on thicker than the Dermatology. It has more slip. Now let me zoom you in. This is the side with the Dermatology Matte on. All my skincare and a thick moisturizer. Well, on the thicker side. I don't think it's the thickest moisturizer I've ever used, but it is touted as a nighttime moisturizer, so it's definitely an adequate daytime moisturizer. Do you see any overly glowiness, shininess, anything that's, you know, giving me a look that leads you to believe that I need to powder this down, or that this is not a wearable look, that this is a greasy mess? I don't. I love it. I feel like it's a little bit pore blurring. I enjoy it. And I like it better, I think, than the original formula on most occasions because it's not as glowy, because it's lightweight. Now you can see this side, we're giving it some time, but it's still very, very glowy. This is glowy, this is greasy. This is going to be hard to apply makeup on, I know, because I have tried it. I've tried to make it work. And this is really more of a goopy mess. But we're gonna try that. We're gonna start with makeup on this side so you can see how the matte sunscreen by Dermatology looks underneath makeup. And this, we're gonna hope that it's dried down some and try to apply makeup over it. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Long Wear Makeup. This is not their Double Wear regular formula. This is like Double Wear Light. I think it's perfect for summer because you can actually apply it with your fingers. Now, on my fingers, I still have a little bit of that other sunscreen. Wipe that off just a little bit. I'm going to go in with my sponge because of that. Normally, I would take my fingers and apply this, but I don't want to transfer the sunscreen from the other side to this side. I love these little Pawpaw sponges from Shop Miss A. They're really nice and affordable. Now underneath my eyes I already have my Dermatology SPF 41 Luminous Under Eye Corrector. Normally I don't go directly onto the sponge. I'm just trying not to transfer this sunscreen onto this side. Now, I don't even think I need to powder this. I think this is beautiful just as is. This side, my hair is getting in it. It's going to be greasy. I'm going to have to wash my hair again tomorrow, even though I just washed it. You can see it's really not fixed. It's freshly dried. Look how glowy this is. This is glowy. This is a greasy mess. This is beautiful, in my opinion. So if you think that I don't tell you the truth, I'm always going to tell you the truth. Good, bad, or ugly. I have a review about an LED mask that is very questionable, and they are insisting that I do a video on it, so I am going to do a video on it because they sent it to me, but they're probably not going to like the video. I am going to always tell you the truth. I'm going to put a little blush on this. We're just going to kind of finish off the look just so you can see and give this a little more time to dry down. So I have been loving this Morphe. This is the color Pleasure. This is that baby pink kind of look. Oh, these are so nice. Now they are very pigmented, so if you're like my friend Yvette, this might be a little much for you. She's got a fashion channel, Polished After 60. If you haven't checked her out, you need to go check her out. She had taken a little hiatus, but she's back. And she gives great tips and tricks. And she doesn't care for dark blush. I like my blush a little bit darker than she does just because I'm so pale, but she has very good taste and very good advice. And we can agree to disagree on something. Imagine that. And still like each other. Okay. So I think this looks pretty. I'm going to add a lip gloss. This is my Charlotte Tilbury. I prefer glosses to lipsticks during the summer too. Really all the time. But I like my glosses to have pigment. So you can see this side is still greasy. To me, this is a greasy mess, but we're going to try to apply some foundation over it, and it may look a little better. So we're going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer again. Go in with my damp sponge. And it just wants to go on patchy. Wants to cling to some patchy spots. To me, this is not attractive. But somebody else out there might have used it and thought, wow, I love this skin tint. And I'm certainly not going to think that they're lying. I'm sure they could like it. It's just not for me. But with the foundation over it, it definitely does look better. So maybe this would be somebody's jam. I like glow, but this to me is just a little bit too much glow, and it emphasizes my pores and it emphasizes my texture. This I think is lovely. All right, we're going to add a little blush on the other side. So how are all of you doing now that I've kind of given my rant? I don't really defend myself on YouTube too much. I just felt like I was outright called a liar, and I'm not lying. I truly love this and think that it gives a beautiful finish. I'm not saying that my opinion is the same as everyone's. I'm just saying that that lady, as you're going to see in her clip, that's how she felt. That's how it looked on her. But you can obviously, when you're looking at the two clips, you can see that that's not how it looks on me. And you saw me apply it right before your eyes. There's no stops in the filming. There's no anything. This is what it looks like. And that's what a lot of skincare and a lot of moisturization under it. I think it still looks really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you in. The other side. And I'm going to take a picture out in the bright light so you can see. And I'm going to point at the side that is the Matte Universal Tinted Moisturizer SPF 46. I'm not going to point at this side. This side will be obvious. But I think this is a pretty finish. I think it's beautiful. So the fact that I like it is honest. It gives me a great finish and a great look. And I don't think that I need to put a foundation on top of it, but it's light enough that I can. It doesn't pill. It doesn't cause issues with makeup. There's enough room for everybody's opinions. YouTube should be a happy place for us in the beauty space and lifestyle space. You know, us mature women, we should stick together and we should support each other. It's not about being hateful or tearing each other down. If you want to come for me, you can come for me. I can take it. You're not going to chase me away just for the sake of the few people who might value my reviews and the fact that they know that I'm honest and that I put a lot of work into them. But I am going to come back and show you in a little more detail that I'm definitely not making things up. I have no purpose to. I want this to be our community of women supporting women and helping us live out the last third of our lives the best way that we can. That's what I want to build here. I want to build a community where we give advice or support or better ideas in the comments. We don't attack each other, but it's definitely a safe space to say, you know what, that didn't work for me. That's perfectly okay to say. It's okay to say, you know what might work better is this, or you know what, that was not my favorite look on you. Those are all ways to say things that are not offensive or mean or cruel. but may be helpful, because if you catch me stuck back in, 2 decades ago wearing something that, is just really outdated, and you're really my friend, you might want to say, Mona, you might want to think about coming into the new century and, this year and updating your look a little bit. That wouldn't be offensive to me in the least, because I'd probably appreciate that tip. Now, if it's something that I really like and just want to continue doing, then I'm going to continue doing it. But I would appreciate that you shared your opinion with me if it was done in a kind way. This video is not going to be real edited. So if you're new here and you haven't seen one of my other videos, don't judge all my videos by this one. This is a reaction video, my first reaction video ever. And really, I'm defending my honor and my integrity. And I'm just saying that I'm not going to tell you something that I don't feel is true. And I think this is a lovely product. It's okay for you to have a different favorite product, but my views are valid for me. Let's keep it fun here, you guys. All right, until the next video. Oh, on the next videos, we have some topics coming up. So I have topics coming up on pros and cons of downsizing and what I would do differently. That's going to be in one video. We have a follow-up to my video series on when intimacy hurts, and talking about menopause and some issues that we face after menopause, and some things that we don't necessarily get when we go to the doctor, and ways to advocate for ourselves, because you don't get a handbook like you're going into menopause and this is what's going to happen. Most of it we kind of figure out as we go, right? And then we end up asking our doctor about it, like, what's going on with that? So why is this happening? And then we get some reaction, hopefully. So I have a video, those are 2 videos coming up, and then one on Swedish death cleansing, and a next of kin box, and why it's not being morbid, but why we should consider doing that as we get older. So we have some fun things to do. And I have another video about a brand that everybody loves, but I think it's a terrible brand. And I'm going to be honest and talk about that, because it's all over. And I'm going to talk about why I feel like, they give out a lot of free products. So I think that it makes people, feel maybe grateful or like them, or think they like them. But their blush products never stay on my cheeks long. Their foundation stick is supposed to be like a concealer, a foundation stick, multi-purpose, great for summer, throw in your purse. And it is a cakey mess on me. Cakey mess. Like it ages me. It makes me look 10 years older than I am, which is definitely not attractive. And their highlighter stick, I like the wetness and glassiness of it, but it actually breaks up the makeup underneath it. And so there are better alternatives out there, is what I'm saying, for me. But that doesn't mean everybody else will agree, because it's okay to have differing opinions. But the point is that I'm not afraid of unpopular opinions, that just because everybody else loves it doesn't mean I love it, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to tell my version of the truth. I've done it before. Doesn't mean that I think other people are not telling the truth. I'm just saying what works or what doesn't for me. Enough about that today. We're going to end on a positive note. I am going to walk Gracie, who is not feeling good. Her little toes or her little paws are hurting her. She went to the vet yesterday. She got an allergy shot. She got some little wipes for her toes, her paws, to help soothe them. She's been biting them until she's been making little sores on them, so she hasn't been feeling very well at all. And I'm hoping that the shot kicks in a couple of days. I am going to relax and trim back my rose bush today. It needs some deadheading, and I'm going to see if some of my favorite things are on the Amazon Prime sale. I know that some garden lights that I like are on there, and I know that there are a couple of other things that I love that I want to pick up. One of them you can get a really good deal on. I advertise this in my faves and fails. This is a Physicians Formula Butter Glow Pressed Powder, but I like it in the color Natural Glow as kind of like a bronze up or a natural blush color. And so you might want to think about checking this out if you liked it, because it's at a very affordable price. It's one of those baked products with the multi-dimension color. It can really warm up your face without being too drastic. It's really what I would call a natural, subtle glow. It's really pretty. You can see it better when I use it on my forehead. See that color? So it does have some color, just not a lot. When you're as pale as me, just adding a little bit of color is really nice, but it's also a nice blush color. All right, ladies. Forgot to zoom you out. Y'all been looking at me way too close up for quite a while now. See you in the next video. Bye.
She lives a double life, puts on a show. What's under the subtle smile, we'll never know. She's a Mona Lisa, everyone's lining